Hi guys, so welcome back. We will be looking at the essential elements that I mentioned earlier, and this time around with detailed examples. Now, the date and location. All press release must include the dates and location the press release is coming from. For example, this particular press release. Yeah, even this has the dates you can see and then the location, but then there's a particular style that we all use this in particular. Some you say Caliph, April 13, 2020. Okay, that is the location. This is the location, and then followed by the date. So your press release must have the dates, okay, and location of the press release itself. Now, notice all press release should include the dates and location of the news source. For example, even a Nigerian company based in US is getting a press release. The format will be Lagos, December 31, 2022. Now, the company is based in Lagos and they are sending the press from Lagos. And then the date of the press is December 31st, 2022. If the company is based in Abuja, for example, Abuja, August 10, 2022, maybe a company in Accra, Ghana, for example, is creating a press release. It's creating a press release and then they are sending it from their head office in Accra. Okay, it should be Accra, April 22, April 22, 2022. Now, here is a press release coming from London, a company that is most likely based in England. So London, April 12, 2022. A company that is based in the US. For example, please note this. This is vital. Okay. When you are creating a press release for a US brand, okay, there are what we call alpha codes. So people may call it city code, but the city code will not be correct. But let's say city code 2. So it is more like the abbreviation. Okay, it is alpha code actually. This is like the abbreviation of the states. Now, for example, New York, NY, October 2, 2022. That is how to, when you are creating a date for a company based in the US. Okay, just California, for example, CA, February 1, 2022. This is important when the brand that you are writing for, okay, is centered in the US. US often put alpha code in front of their selfie, New York, NY, etc. So the second element is the headline. Your press release headline must be captivating and address the essence of the press release. So write a good press release headline. Consider creating about 5 and pick the best among them and let your clients choose one. Okay, either you pick the best yourself or just send the 5 headlines and your clients will choose the one that best define what they are looking for or what they will use as the headline of their press release. Here are examples of good press release headlines. Flutter with points, Marshall Lewis, former chief risk officer at JP Morgan Chase, as senior advisor. This particular press release, for example, this headline, you can decode from the headline that this is an appointment press release, and you can still call it new hire press release. I'm going to copy it and I'm just going to search it on Google just to show you the source of the press. And now this is the cable.ng. We're creating the press itself. Okay, we're creating it as a news. You can see that almost all the popular or many of media brands, okay, in this particular niche are creating a news from it. But then we only have a single press release, and that must have come from the company. Okay, this is it. For example, San Francisco, October 18, 2022, Flutter with African Payments Technology Company, announced the appointment of blah, 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 blah. So the news headline is important. So that should be the headline. Make sure you put energy in it. Insight.ng launches Insight Digital Academy, aims to empower 50,000 youths in the space of 10 years. Another great headline. Don Jazzy announced Bayani as the latest Marvin record signing with Episnome's EP. Google, Apple, Microsoft commit to expand support for FIDO standard to accelerate availability of passwordless sign-ins. As usual, we are going to make this particular PDF available, so you can, and we are going to link to it, so you can see the news itself and you can read further. Now, what we have next is subheadings. This is not always important. Okay, it is optional. Some press releases often have subheadings. Subheadings are more of a comprehensive breakdown of the original headline. It is looking for another angle to communicate the news headline, robustly. Some examples of headline and subheadline in press release. Apple, Google, Microsoft commit to expand support for FIDO standard just limits available of passwordless sign-in. Here's the subheading: fastest, easier, and more secure sign-in will be available to consumers across leading devices and platforms. This is the original press release in question. So you can see this is the headline and this is the sub-headline. Even the sub-headline is more or less the same thing with the headline. Again, the idea of sub-headline in press release is just to, break it down that people can capture the message, but not all brands uses sub-headline. There's no sub-headline in this particular press release, for example. So it is not compulsory. In fact, on a scale of 1 to 10, there are only about 3 to 4 press releases that have headline. So more like less than 30%, let's say 30%. But then some headlines comes in handy. Here's another press release from Flutterwave. Flutterwave enables Google Pay for African businesses. And then the headline is Africa Leading Payments Technology Company is providing additional payment option for merchants and consumers. Now, you can see that the original headline is so short, while the sub-headline is long. So it is simple. The sub-headline is more or less making it robust. Okay. We will link to this particular press release, and you can see yourself and then tap from it. So we move to the third one. The third essential element, or is it here? Or let's say the fourth. Sub-headline and headline are still the same thing. And this is the opening paragraph. Please, I'm not sure, maybe I'm rushing this thing, so just try and go back and watch where you do not get. So now opening paragraph. The opening paragraph is the immediate paragraph that comes after the press release headline or sub-headline, as the case may be. Should address the 5W questions in journalism: who, what, when, where, and why. For example, Pizza.ng, a leading brand. Now, who is a leading brand in Nigeria? Today announced the launch of its digital academy to empower at least 10,000 Nigerian youths with alternative digital skills. This headline, just 2 lines, 1 paragraph, covers the 5W we have in journalism. Inside.ng, that is the company in question. That's the who. A leading media brand in Nigeria. That is just, a supporting sentence for the who. In Nigeria is where the event is happening. Today, that is when the news is announced the launch of the Digital Academy to empower at least 10,000 Nigerian youths with alternative digital skills. Meanwhile, you notice that I deleted something, and that is because it can actually be a lot easy. The academy will start operations on the 1st of November. That's when it will start, and will be available for sale on the brand website. Yeah. Now, many people will tag this particular extra line as the out. Now, here's another press release. This press release is interesting. I deliberately attached it because it is the weirdest press. It is one of the weirdest press releases out there. And what I mean by that is that many businesses use press release, okay, for marketing purposes. So the idea is like they want to cover the news at all costs, so they just create anything. So it happens. Okay, in observation of what prognosticators are calling the last Christmas ever, New York-based um US-based geoshopping.com, a social shopping website with access to 40 million products and thousands of coupons, deals, and rewards, is giving its users the ability to prepare for their next life in either heaven or hell. The site is also encourage online shoppers worldwide to indulge in the present while preparing for the afterlife through their last Christmas ever campaign. Now, this is a campaign press release, but they were taking advantage of the situation of the period that they created the press release. Now, there's the original press release. The link is on the within the document. Last Christmas ever coming this December. Heaven and hell are with social shopping websites. December 21st, 2020, given on due by the 2nd. This is the sub-headline, but then here's the real press. November 12, 18, 2021, PR log. This website changed the location, okay? New York. In observation of what predicators are calling the last Christmas ever, New York-based shopping.com, a social shopping website with access to 40 plus million products and thousands of coupon deals and rewards, is giving its users ability to prepare for their next life in either heaven or hell. It says also encouraging online shoppers worldwide to indulge in the present while preparing for the afterlife through their last Christmas campaign. This is introduction and contains our 5 W's and H in press release. So ensure that your press release actually cover this 5 W and H. There's a particular video that's really dedicated to analyzing this, and that comes in handy, and hopefully press release writing will not be something complex for you. And there are a lot of resources attached to this document that we will appreciate it to go through them. So you just master it once and for all. Body of the press, continue with the message you are communicating in the opening paragraph. However, this time, consider putting some juxtaposition, justification, statistics, and other essential information. Ensure you write in ensure you write in reverse pyramid. This is what reverse pyramid means. The inverted pyramid, the most important information first, and then what's the most important information. Remember the values. What is happening? When is it happening? Why is it happening? Who is in charge? Where is it happening? And then the secondary details, codes, other details in the same order of importance, additional information brought up to its copy. List any item for and events affect people and their lives. So the story of inverted pyramids, like from the biggest to the smallest, or from the most important information to the least important information. Inside this academy, we create courses on the most sought after digital skills to reduce the strain on African labor market. The brands in-house experts will create these courses in partnership with top experts in other industries. Now, this second body of the press is an excerpt from this particular press release that I told you about. That is so funny. So here's their own introduction. Okay, in addition to the infamous Maya calendar, other cultures and organizations have predicted something major will occur on December 21, 2012, possibly by the end of humankind. This means Christmas 2011 may be your last. Not true. So the quote someone noble in the company, like the CEO, head of operations, and other related offices. For example, here, according to Telstra's career, the founder of Insight Engine, one of our goals at Insight Engine is to empower at least 10,000 Nigerian youths with alternative digital skills and expose them to the digital market where they can compete globally. There are about 23 million unemployed Nigerians roaming the streets with little or no hope of getting a job. And here's another quote from the same shopping press release. It is time to start living like there's no tomorrow. Literally said Andre Cardon, president of JoeShopping.com, where we are all headed. There are no rules. When I reach the 10 items or fewer lines at the supermarket, I'm totally going with 11 now. This press release, again, it is a campaign press release by this particular press release that I'm reviewing, and this is it. It is extreme, okay, like because it is actually complex. They're there to market a product at the same time, not sound like you are selling products. So, and calling this particular press release out is deliberate, just to be able to connect and explain some things which will still make emphasis on. So now continuing the story, after quoting someone in the brand, you should consider continuing the press release with further essential message to foster the message you've already communicated in the quote. Oftentimes, this particular paragraph after the quote is the concluding paragraph, which means it is going to be a summary. And in some occasions, it is not necessary. It is often connected the total number of, it is not necessary. What matters like is about the total number of word that you are targeting. Okay. You're a freelance writer and you are just trying to help a brand create their press release. They will tell you the number of words that they want to write. Many press releases are often 300 words. It's only in extreme cases that a brand will want to write something of 1,000 words, 2,000 words. The moment they are writing 1,000 words, they are obviously trying to market a product through the press. Press releases are often 300 words. The max is often 500 words, but then the occasion may be that it can be longer than that. It can even be 2,000 words. Now, for example, Marshall sits on the several private equity board and advises campaign. Okay, this is a conclusion of a particular press release from Flutterwave. Flutterwave is one of the giant companies in Nigeria, perhaps the most popular. That is why I choose them. I feel all of us should at least be familiar with Flutterwave. This, after the quotes, okay, after the particular quote from the person that they employ, that they appoint as the new head, okay, then there is two paragraphs to conclude the press release. Some press release will have just one, while some may have multiple conclusions. Then about the company. About the company comes next. The press release should end with about the company or any concerned part of the press is concerned on is centered on. If the press release is centered on multiple companies, you should get about all the 4 companies, all the companies. This shouldn't be more than 2 paragraphs. You can get information about the company on the company website, or your clients will provide them. So this particular press release as for about the company. You can say about Fido Alliance, then about Apple, then about Google, then about Microsoft. This is not often the case in most press releases. If a press release is coming from a company, for example, as the case of Flutterwave, you can say that they only have about one about, and that's the one of Flutterwave, because the news is only set up on Flutterwave. And then the major acquisition, the partnership press release that we are looking at then, if I have not closed the page, should have about 3 or it should have about 2 about all, because it's a partnership between 2 companies. So your press release should have the about page of the 2 companies. Now, here's the press release. This particular one is called from the press release from the SelectNG. SelectNG is a leading digital media company established in Nigeria. The company offers the best insights in areas of entrepreneurship, career, personal development, freelancing, digital trend with some species of Apple stuff. So then your press release should conclude what we call media contacts. In the introduction of the video, I mentioned that press release, okay, may serve as a brief, as a news brief to journalists. So when businesses send press release, okay, to journalists, the journalists may want to make more inquiry about the news. Maybe they want to get more information. Remember that they also can build on the information. then there should be someone that they can reach out to. Also, individuals that get a press on their website may also be interested. Your press release should have the media contact of the journalist or concerned party that can media contact, so that journalists or concerned party can contact the company if they need further information or clarification on this subject. It may only be the email of the company or the company office address, phone number, or other essential information. Okay, there's no a one way of doing this. So you may probably just put the company address, you may just put their website, you may put everything that they wanted to include. Okay. And that should be that on the press release, and what we'll be going or what we'll be looking at next will be the don'ts of press release writing, and then we will look at the do's of press release, and then I will try to create some clarification on the 5W and 1H in press release writing, and we will review a press release in detail. I mean, this is more like I'm brushing through many things that we may not still understand. So guys, see you in the next video.